All right, so recording is on. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know a couple of the girls said that they were going to try and jump in a little bit later, so that's totally fine. I know Steph is going to be a little bit late too, so I'll just go ahead and let's get started because so this is coming from something that I read while I was on vacation. It was an article that was in their little pamphlet, and I had meant to take a picture of it and I was going to post it in our group because it was just like this little motivational plaque that they had on this wall. It was really cool. But it was basically, you've got to motivate yourself. And I thought it was just very fitting that, I've been wanting to do more things about self-management. Like, I feel like that's all kind of encompassing of, you've got to manage yourself before you can manage anybody else. And it all just kind of rolls into the same thing, because to be happy and to be healthy, you have to manage your own actions. So one of those things is you've got to be able to find motivation within yourself. You've got to be able to pull yourself out of a funk if when you don't feel like working out, or you don't feel like you want to make the right choices food wise, and you've got to stay on track. You've got to figure out a way and figure out things that help you to stay motivated, or to find motivation when you don't feel it at a time when you really, really need it. So here are my 5 tips on how to find that motivation when you're not feeling like doing whatever it is that you need to do. And the first one is, and I'm taking this from Miss Mel Robbins, who, she does the 5-second rule, but all you need is 5 seconds. Don't procrastinate. If you've got an idea or you have an impulse, you've got to act on it within 5 seconds. So if you have an idea, write it down within 5 seconds so that you don't forget it. What she says is, the 5-second rule is based on 5-second decisions. So choices and decisions that you make every day, you make those within 5 seconds. And she says, if you have an idea or an instinct to act on a goal, you must physically move within 5 seconds or your brain kills it. So you've got to take action right away. And even if it's just you've got an idea, you've got to write it down so that you don't forget it. And then writing it down just kind of ingrains it a little bit more into your brain. So if you say, I probably should do this, or, I want to do this, go do it. And that for me was a big thing about working out. So, in the mornings we have our Zoom sessions, and I can procrastinate forever. Like, I get the Zoom up and I'm ready. I usually get the Zoom up around 6:45, which is 15 minutes early. And then I'm not starting my workout till like 7:20, 7:25. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm certainly not doing what it is that I need to be doing. But I know that there are times in that where I'm just like, just go. You just got to go, and you need to just start it. Usually it takes me a few minutes to get there, but I've been doing that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up. You just get up physically, go press play, and go get it done. So 5 seconds. You've got an action, an impulse, an idea, take action within 5 seconds. Okay, number 2. And by the way, you guys have comments or you want to add anything, by all means. Open forum. Let's discuss it. So number 2 is bathe yourself or submerge yourself in motivation. And what I mean by that is you want to listen to podcasts. You want to listen to audiobooks. You can find Facebook Lives. You can do YouTube videos. You want to find things that are motivating and inspiring for you. And it's everywhere, and it's free, and it doesn't cost you anything. So when you're getting ready in the morning, when you're driving your car, when you're folding laundry. Like, you can literally immerse yourself in this positive realm and invite these people into your world who want to do nothing but promote positivity. And something that, you know, really has helped me is, no matter what it is that I'm doing, usually I'm listening to something, whether or not it is a podcast or it's a YouTube video. But so I've been listening to a lot of the Oprah Soul series that she has on YouTube, and it's just kind of like playing in the background. So always we have some kind of motivational something going on around us. So you want to really immerse yourself in surrounding yourself with positive, motivating mentors. That's what I do, and that has changed everything for me as well. So, you know, for anyone who has like business goals too, listen to other people who are doing what it is that you want to do. Listen to their tips and tricks. And, you know, again, when you're doing something and there's something that you want motivation on, find someone who is doing what it is that you want to do and just spend the day with them. Literally, it's like spending the day with them when you have them on your phone and you're grocery shopping or you're meal prepping or whatever it is. So bring them into your life so that they can bring that positivity into your life. Okay, number 3 is create a vision board or list out your goals and review them constantly. My suggestion is you review them every single morning, no matter what, before you do anything. Look at your vision board, look at your list of goals, so that first thing in the morning you're setting that foundation, so that the choices that you make throughout the rest of your day, you can remind yourself of your goals, and you can make sure that those choices are going to serve whatever that goal is that you've got, something that you're working on. So create a vision board. You can do it on Canva, you can do it in PicMonkey, you can Google whatever it is that you want as your goal, and just, you know, screenshot things, take magazines if you want to do that, and use a poster board and just cut things out and paste things. I mean, you can go super old school, right? And put things on and just literally cut them out and tape them or glue them onto something. So vision boards, make that list, and then make sure that you are reviewing them. So if you're having a bad moment and you're like, oh my gosh, I really want that nothing bundt cake, which, by the way, the struggle was real today. I so wanted to have a little buntini, which we have sitting in our refrigerator right now. You guys should have seen the crap I came home to. I am not even joking. We had pizza. I was like, what did you guys eat while I was gone? Clearly, evidence was everywhere. It wasn't anything that I had prepped for them. That is for sure. So anyways, I digress. I'm sorry. So having that vision board is something that when you're craving something, you can go back and go, okay, oh yeah, that's right, 20 pounds. I needed 20 pounds. Or, you know, for me, I had a picture. It's down here. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it's down there. That's where my vision board is. And because I'm actually sitting where I do my miracle morning, but I have a picture of just a leg, this girl's leg, and you can see a very strong definition between the hamstring and the glute. And I'm like, I want that line. Like, I so want that line. So those are things that just really, really help. When you have that vision board, you can quickly and easily remind yourself of what your goals are. Okay, number 4 speaking of goals, you want to break those larger goals into smaller chunks. So create a checklist of actions that need to be completed to get to that final goal. It is so, so important to have those smaller wins along the way, because sometimes those dreams and those goals, they're so big, right? But when you break it up and you break it down, it'll be a lot less scary when you chunk them up, and you know that you've got to hit these particular certain things along the way. That way, once you hit these things and you get those small wins, not only does it help that momentum, but it's eventually going to get you to that larger goal or to that big dream. And I mean, I have big dreams, I have huge goals, but they're so far away, right? Like, I know that some of the goals that I have, it's going to take me a year or 2 years to get there. But what you do is you break it up. So what do I need to get there? What am I going to need to do this week? What am I going to need to do in the month? What am I going to need to do in the quarter? What am I going to need to do within half the year? And then, the whole year. So break it up into smaller chunks. Big dreams and goals will be a lot less scary if you look at it in a smaller way. And then number 5 is play music. Whatever it is that gets you moving, whether it's rap, whether it's 80s R&B, whether it's, slower music, maybe you like opera. I mean, some people like that stuff to motivate them too. It soothes them and relaxes them. Personally, I like strong dance music. Like, I need stuff with beats. And I've been listening to, it's called tropical house music. I YouTube it. And there's one in particular called Kygo, and I've been listening to that like nonstop. I love it. It makes me happy. It puts me in a good mood. So when I'm working and I'm doing like those mundane things, I just, put music on that's going to make you feel really, really good. And whatever that is for you, then listen to that. So another thing regarding music that I like, and this is just a personal thing, and it's one of the things that I will, so before a workout, if I want to feel like super badass, or I'm going into a situation where I need to have a crap ton of confidence, I watch Beyonce's 2013 Super Bowl performance. If you guys have not seen that performance and you need to know what badass looks like, Beyonce, you can YouTube it, Beyonce's 2013 Super Bowl performance. Best ever. Best thing ever. And it really, when that comes on, I'm like, oh my, I got to work out. I got to work out. I got to do this. I got to do that. No, I don't want to eat that crappy food. Do you see how she looked right there? No way. Like, it really, truly does get me going. So that's something that I have like in my back pocket. If I'm really, really like struggling, like that's my jam right there. Put on a little bit of Beyonce and just watch it. Then dance around with her if I want to. By myself, of course, because when you see some of those moves that she does, it's an amazing performance. And she didn't mess up even once. It's like a 20-minute performance, and it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my whole entire life. So I thought I'd share that as a bonus, as a bonus motivational tool. So those are my 5 tips. I hope they helped. Anybody has anything to add? Say it now.
I just wanted to reiterate what you said about breaking your goals up. I think when you have a goal and you break it up into small, manageable steps, it's less daunting and less overwhelming. If you're thinking, I have to lose 40 pounds, that seems daunting. You know what I mean? But if you break it down to, let's say, 5 pounds until you get to 40, reaching those 5 pounds seems a lot easier and more manageable than losing 40 pounds. And I'm just using that as an example. But breaking it into small, manageable steps, it can make all the difference in you reaching your goals. So I just wanted to just reiterate that.
For sure. For sure. Anyone else? Anyone want to share anything that gives them motivation or you find motivation from? No, because I covered it all, right? I got it all, right?
I have to say that I am so inspired and motivated by all of you. I mean, every time I check into our group, it's like my batteries get recharged.
Yeah.
Seeing all of your posts, seeing your enthusiasm, seeing what you guys are up to, honestly, that keeps me going. Like, you guys don't even know. Like, you guys have no idea what you guys do for me. So I absolutely find motivation in every single one of you guys. So thank you guys for that.
Yes, for sure. Agree. Ditto. Is anybody? So, well, Rach, you're young. I don't know. Do you know what ditto means?
I'm not that young. Yes, I know what ditto means.
Like, do you really?
I know I look 12, but I'm not. I promise you.
I say ditto sometimes and people look at me like, what? Like,
Really?
copy? They're like, ditto? What's a ditto? Like, oh, you're very young. I'm so sorry. I just totally dated myself right there. But I agree.
Oh my God.
Carla. And I have to say that within like the last 6 months, I've really just come to love the Challenger Challenge group. It's just, for me, it's been so inspiring and motivating to get in there. Yeah. And see you guys working out every day. And, you know, if you can ever get onto one of our morning workouts, like, I almost physically cannot work out by myself anymore because I love having the ladies there on Zoom. So we have this chat thread in Facebook. So if you guys ever want to do that, and you're not in that chat thread, get in it. And then whenever you can, you know, join us. But every once in a while, somebody will be in there like, does anybody want to work out right now? Because we just don't want to work out by ourselves anymore. There's just something about knowing that for me, is there's something about knowing that other people are suffering through something at the same time. It makes me feel better. Personally. That's how I feel about it.
I totally agree. The weekends are hard for me when I have to work out by myself. I feel lonely.
Yes, it's lonely. That's exactly the perfect word for it. It's lonely.
Yeah.
Like, there's no one watching. I don't see anybody.
I know, I feel really bad because yesterday somebody asked if anyone was going to work out today, and I wasn't. So I was like, no, I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah, I saw that too. I said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just hard to, weekends are so much harder to pin down a time because you just never know really what's going on. So
yeah, but a lot of times it works out very spontaneously where somebody will say, I'm working out in an hour. If anybody wants to join me, let me know. And then that gives you enough time to say, okay, yeah, I can have my pre-workout meal right now and work out in an hour. So, yeah. You know, even though it's not every weekend, it does, you know, happen sometimes on the weekends, and it's spontaneous and it's fun too. Mm-hmm. So you guys are more than welcome to join us anytime. The more, the merrier.
Yes, yes. And I do think that I may end up starting to work out a little bit earlier, like starting my workout at 6:30, because I kind of have a new schedule that I'm going to try and work out. I mean, I'll just be on when everyone gets on, and then I just leave it up because I can actually leave my Zoom up while I go shower and get ready for the day. And then I can actually just put my laptop and then I can actually watch everybody finishing.
That would be good for me because I can't do 7:45 my time because I have to leave my house at 8 o'clock to get to work on time.
Yeah, so then maybe that extra 30 minutes for you
would be perfect for me, yeah.
Okay, so good. Then maybe that's something that we will definitely consider making a permanent change. And then we'll
I'll tell you this, sometimes Charlani will sit there and watch. Like
I do. Well,
sit there and watch.
You and Miley are usually the last ones because you guys are over there on the Pacific Coast, and I always feel so bad for you guys. And I'll get on and be like, come on, Carla, push harder.
But you know what? She totally makes me push harder. If I know that Charlani is watching me, I'm like, damn, I got to go harder. I got to go harder because Charlani is watching me. So it's actually a good thing. It's actually great.
Sometimes you just don't want to be the last person either. You're like, oh, crap, I'm starting after everybody else.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing the same workout or different workouts?
Different workout. Well, those of us that did 80-day obsession, we're always on the same day. Like we were always doing the same workout, except for like the people that got a little bit behind. But there's people in there doing Insanity Max 30. There's people in there.
Angela's doing 21 day 6.
And I did PIO.
You did PIO.
I was doing PIO.
Someone else was doing Country Heat. And Caitlin does different things every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we're all doing our own thing. It's not like we're sitting there talking to each other. We mute each other and we just do our thing. So you see on the screen, everyone's doing different things at different times.
You'll see Steph out there. She's like punching and kicking and bouncing all over the place, which sometimes it's kind of cool to see everybody doing different programs because you're like, oh, yeah, I remember that move from Turbo Fire.
Yeah. And sometimes it makes you want to do, something else when you're done with your whatever you're doing. So it's great. It's great. I love it.
I love it too. That for me has been one of the biggest game changers of all, is having a time set to work out, but having people relying on me and counting on me to get that link up. Because even if I say, 7 o'clock, I know that there are actually people waiting for me because I will get a message that so-and-so is waiting on your Zoom link. Like they're waiting there for you. Where you at? So, yeah. Game changer for sure.
Yeah.
And that's just another community thing, And when people say that they like to go to the gym because they like to know that other people are around them, and you have to admit you kind of like to be watched a little bit when you're at the gym because it pushes you harder because people are seeing you and watching you. Like I would never get on a treadmill or the Stairmaster. I'll tell you a story in a second. The Stairmaster for 30 seconds and then hop off because someone saw you get on that Stairmaster 30 seconds ago and then they see you stepping off it. I don't know if anyone has recently been on a Stairmaster, but that is an evil, horrible machine. And I don't ever in my life want to step on a Stairmaster ever, ever again. Almost died, no lie, 30 seconds in, and I was like, can't breathe, stop, where's the red button? It was bad. It was bad. But I didn't want to get off. I was embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, there's other Beachbody coaches in here, and these people are probably like, oh, look at that chick, totally got on that machine, and then couldn't even after I had done I had to make the walk of shame because I had grabbed 12-pound weights, and I thought I'll just do this whole workout with 12-pound weights because I didn't want to keep going back and forth, and I didn't want to take all the weights over to my little corner that I was working out in. We were like, I don't know, halfway from the first set, and I was like, Okay. Yeah, this is no bueno. So I had to walk all the way across the gym, and I had to get the lighter weights. And I was like, yes, I am. And Rob was standing right in the middle, of course, and he's looking at me like, I know what you're doing. I need heavier weights. These are way too light. Yeah. And then I come back with the little tiny dumbbells. I was feeling strong. And then I got my ass handed to me when I got on that Stairmaster. That was not fun. Okay. Oh, hey. Okay. So let's do. All right. Here are the movers and shakers for this last week. Yay, ladies. Good job. Woohoo. Everyone's on here. Good job, guys. This is something that makes me so happy. And I love sitting here doing this every single week. And it takes forever to go in and look at everybody's stats. But for me, I love seeing it. And every time I go to someone and they've logged any amount of days, I'm like, yay, yay. So good job. Good job, ladies. And what we'll do is, let me stop share. So in the chat thread, I put the 1, 2, 3 for the take threes instead of sharing so that we can see each other's faces. So I guess I'll start real quick and then we can just kind of go around on a scale of 1 to 5. And this, I am going to give myself a 1. The reason is because we were on vacation. I did not stick to my plan. I did not stick to my program. I kind of knew before I was going to go, this was going to be our last vacation for a while. So I truly, really wanted to sleep in every single day. I wanted to enjoy not having to cook, not having to, follow a schedule. And usually I do. And I just really enjoyed myself. So regarding my plan, I did not stick to that at all. My biggest win for the week was that I actually didn't eat a lot of the crap that I wanted to eat. And I had said at one point that on one of the nights I had this dessert. It was a coconut dessert. It was like coconut cake. Best thing I've ever had in my whole entire life. And Rob went and got me another piece. And I only ate like a few bites of it. And I immediately felt like I was entitled to have lost 10 pounds because I didn't finish that piece. If only it worked that way. But it was a struggle. It was a real struggle not to go back and eat that same dessert every single night that I was there. I only had it that one night, and I find that a win, because before me would have ate all of that cake the whole entire time I was there until I was sick to my stomach. So the goal for me is this week, staying on track 100%. I've got my meal plan done. I have food prepped for the next few days. And everybody in my family knows that, now for the next 3 months and 2 weeks, I'm going to be dialed in and back on track, because I've got to finish my last 2 weeks of 80-Day Obsession, and then we're rolling right into the start of the next round. So yes, Carla, I am going to stick to where I'm at. I will say that I was really struggling with whether or not I wanted to just stop with 80-Day Obsession and do something in the middle, or start a new round now and just get back on track. But Carla talked me out of it, and she just said, you got to finish it. You want to be able to say that you finished it. So I am going to finish it. So these next 2 weeks, I'm finishing 80-Day Obsession, and then we'll roll into round 2 on May 7th, which I'm really excited about. So, all right. Okay, so that's all. Next.
Super excited. I'll go next. My week was actually probably like a 2. My workouts were great every single day, Monday through Friday, until I hurt myself Friday night. But my plan was to continue with timed nutrition throughout the week, and that was a big fat fail. I just couldn't get myself together. A million excuses, tax day, blah, 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 all that stuff. Also, I was not home, so I didn't meal prep, which I should have done before leaving and going to house sit for my son. And that, again, my fault. So I was not prepared. So I ate well and all that. I just didn't do what I set out to do, which was to stay in my time nutrition plan. So, but my workouts, everything else was great. My biggest win for the week. I didn't have the junk that I could have had that I was craving all week. And that whole thing that happens when you're not following the plan that you're wanting to follow, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, then, maybe I could do this also because I'm not really doing it anyway. And I didn't go there, which was actually quite remarkable for me because that totally would have been me before. So I think that was my biggest win. I could have had, I could have gone to, have Chinese food and had all the orange chicken that I wanted to, and I didn't. I stuck with like super healthy dishes, even though I was, eating out, I was eating well. So that was my win. And then for my week ahead, I am definitely going to stay on track this week. I just got back. Literally all my groceries are spread out all over my table right now because I just got home from the grocery store. I went to Sprouts and I got everything that I needed. So as soon as I get off this call, I'm going to meal prep and I'm going to have everything ready to go for the week so that I have absolutely no excuses. So that's my goal for this week.
Good.
Who's next?
Kevin,
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go. I give myself probably about a 2, just like Carla. My eating was fine. My workouts just this week at the daycare just kicked my butt, and I didn't get my workouts in like I wanted to. Still ate well, but working out just was a fail for me this week. But my biggest win for the week is I grocery shopped and prepped today, so I am set for next week. All ready to go for that. So that was good. So that'll set me up good for lunches at work and all that kind of stuff. And then my goal for next week is to get back into my workouts and get back on track and get myself back on a routine because I hate when I fall out of a routine. I have a really hard time getting back up on that wagon. Falling off that wagon is really easy, but getting back on is a bitch.
Yeah. Agreed.
So that's my goal for the week is to get back up on that wagon and get ready because I'm doing 80-day in May and I'm so excited. Nervous as hell,
Awesome.
but I'm excited.
You're going to do awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. So Ashley, you're next on my roundabout. So go ahead.
Okay. I would say my week was probably a 2, maybe a 3. My workouts were really good. I did yesterday's workout today, so I haven't done day 7 yet of Sean week, which is a new program for me. And so I guess that'll be my win. As much as it intimidated me, I still did the workouts, even though I didn't want to because Rip Sanity scared the hell out of me. But yeah, my week wasn't the greatest eating wise. I think the same, like Carla, you said your win was not letting it get in your head and be like, well, I'm not really on a pro. Yeah, that didn't happen for me this week. We got our candy subscription box, and that was not a good thing for me. And I don't know. So this week was pretty much a write-off, I would say. But my plan for the week is I've gotten rid of a lot of the junk. I've made up a plan. I'm going to do my prepping tomorrow and just have a new week, not let it totally sideline me. So.
Good job. It's important to not let it derail you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in that same exact boat too, where I feel like I've gotten so far off track that for me, it's hard to just jump back in, but I'd rather just start from scratch and start anew. But it was Carla and Steph who are both like, no. You need to finish what you started and then start a new round. So, and it makes sense. I mean, I was like, okay. But I'm glad I made that choice because I feel much better about it now, and we'll feel better about it when you get back up. And like you said, you know, Rach, it's so hard to fall off and then have to get back on. And for me too, it's a good reminder of exactly that. So stop falling off. like stop getting so far off track that to get back on, you're like chasing. So for me, it was absolutely a great reminder to be in the position that I'm in now and going, okay, you know, it's kind of an uphill battle now, but luckily we've been at it for so long that your bounce back time is so much shorter. So knowing that, I'm like, I got this. We're all good. We're good.
And you know what? To add to that, I realized this week just how much I need structure. Like, I seriously need structure. And if I'm not following something, then it's like all bets are off, right? And that's when you downward spiral. And that's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. So that's why this week I'm like, no matter what, I'm going to the grocery store on Sunday. I'm meal prepping. I'm going to have everything ready. And even if I'm not doing 80-day obsession, I'm going to continue doing the same meal plan that I was doing then. Because I had talked to Steph actually and said, no, I'm going to try to do as close to time nutrition as I can, but you know, the workouts aren't as long, so I don't need to blah, blah, blah. It's like you start making all these different plans in your head and you think that you can change things up and get away with it. And honestly, without that structure, I felt out of control this week. Even though I wasn't literally out of control because I wasn't eating like the junk and all that stuff, but I felt like I wasn't in control, and I don't like that feeling. I really don't like that feeling. So that's a whole, you know, mindset thing too. But I know it's been proven to me this week that I need structure and I need to follow that plan. So that's one thing that will keep me from falling off the wagon again, because now I know that this week was hard for me, so I don't want to go back to that. So if you guys keep that in mind, also that might help you as well not fall off the wagon so that you have to get back on. You know what I mean?
It is a little comforting, like not comforting, but you know, like I'm not the only one struggling after finishing 80-day upset. Like it's not just a me thing, you know? So.
Definitely not. I guarantee it's not.
Yeah, it's absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because we're in some coach groups where people are struggling. You go from such structure to now what? And if you're not planning on staying committed to the nutrition plan, or it kind of takes a minute to really get your mindset right. And it is for a lot of you guys. I'm not there yet. Jen, did you finish your last workout today?
Yay!
Congratulations.
Happy 80 days. That's amazing. Awesome. So don't go falling off the wagon.
Learn from us.
So, I mean, you are absolutely not the only one, because this has been a program that a lot of people changed their lifestyles for. And when that structure kind of just flat out ends, unless you make a choice to keep it going, then you kind of flounder a little bit. But as long as you find your way back, that's not a big deal at all. All right. Angela,
Yeah.
it's your
Yeah.
turn.
My turn. Oh, God. I did the nutrition plan, and I fell off the wagon too. I did it, and I ate junk food too. But I did my workout every day, and I really I finished it. I missed Monday, but basically I did the 21-day workout. And then this week I realized I was supposed to do like 2 of them, so I started doing 2 on the 21-day fix. I really like it. It's really good. I like the modified where Kat, I can follow her.
Yes. Kat was my friend.
Yeah. And what's really motivating me, well, I need to do it anyway for me to lose weight. But we're having a memorial service for my parents in June, and my sister in Oregon doesn't want to come back because she's even heavier than me, and she's real self-conscious. So I have been posting my workouts and my nutrition plan, and I've even put my full body picture. So I'm doing it basically because she's on Facebook, and I want her to see that even a fat girl like me can, attempt to be healthy and attempt to exercise. I want to motivate her and inspire her to work out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful, Angela. I'm like almost in tears right now, seriously, just listening to you.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. And I guarantee you are inspiring her. Whether she lets you know or not right now, I guarantee she is being inspired by you.
She likes it. She'll put the little button on there. And my other friends are like, well, aren't you afraid about ridicule or getting bad feedback? And I'm like, no, because if I get bad feedback, I can just delete that person, unfriend them, and block them.
Right.
Exactly.
There.
Bye-bye.
Exactly. Good for you.
And then you come tell us about that person.
It's all good.
And then we will go to that person. Well, that's amazing. And you're not inspiring just your sister. You're inspiring anybody who watches you. And the people who would criticize are probably the people who need what it is that you're doing. And eventually those people usually come around. So you just got to keep at it. You're doing such an amazing job, and I am so proud of you. And you posting the way that you are, it motivates us. I love seeing you in the group. I am so freaking proud that you whipped out those containers and you're using them, because you know what? Even though you fall off every once in a while and you're eating what you shouldn't be eating, you still need to eat what you need to eat. And even eventually that will turn and you'll start eating more of your containers and less of the crappy food. So good job. I am very, very proud of you.
Me too.
Thank you.
So what's your goal?
Yeah, I've been.
What's your biggest win for the week?
My biggest win is doing the workouts. And I've been journaling. I like the journal. I like to write. And I found that on YouTube, I watched that I Am motivational video. And so I've been writing I ams all in my journal. Like, I am following nutrition plan. I am working out. I am drinking my water. And so I just fill up the whole page with I ams, all positive I am.
That's
Awesome. I love it.
And I've been doing adult coloring too. Every day I try and put up a new picture that I color every day.
See, you said adult coloring, and then you said new picture, and I heard adult coloring, and I could have sworn I heard nude. And I'm like, I don't know why whenever somebody says adult coloring, I picture like some pornographic black and white picture that someone's coloring. I'm like, that's so weird. But that's not what I meant.
That's beautiful, Jennifer.
That's funny.
No, it's not that exciting.
But I'm sure if we
No.
somewhere. Sorry, I took that a little X-rated. Woo, Jen, those are beautiful. I do know what they are now.
New N-E-W. New page every day.
Oh, okay. Angela's over there with her little nudie black and whites, coloring them in. Sorry.
No, that's a whole different thing. I think. No.
A little off track.
No, adult coloring book from Walmart. Coloring pages.
I didn't know there was that section there.
I didn't either.
I'm over it. Okay. Goal for the week, Angela. What's your goal for the week?
Just stick to my nutrition plan and not eat no junk food.
Perfect.
I think I can do it this week. I'm
it.
praying I do it.
I
got all my food. I need to just prep it, but I have the food, and I really like the food. On the nutrition plan, the food's really good.
Yeah.
It's healthy and it tastes good, and I like it.
Perfect. Good job. So just eat more of the healthy so you don't have room for the crappy.
Yeah.
Good job. We're in the same boat. I got to dial it in this too. All right. Okay. So, Kathleen, you're next on my roundabout. You want to go?
Sure.
Are you feeling well enough to talk?
Yeah. Can you hear me? There you go. Hanging in there. It's been a tough week for me. You know, sorry, whining and complaining all week long. I got hit with the flu Tuesday night, and today at about 5 o'clock, my fever finally broke. I've never had a fever for 5 days. So, you know, I had a couple lapses where I felt good enough to get a little workout in, and I was really surprised with, did the 80-day, started that again, and what a world of difference between now and 80 days ago, where I thought, you know, I'm just going to move. I'm not going to worry about weights. I'm just going to move. And it was much more easy. It was easier than I had anticipated. But overall, my week has been pretty tough. You know, it's been about a 1 or a 2. If I've done anything right, I've slept a lot and really consumed a lot of water. And one of the wins for today, I know this sounds silly, but about 5 o'clock, I'm like, I think I feel like me. I don't think I feel sick anymore. I'll go for a run. And I'm like, stop that. Just stop it. Just stay still and be still for a little while. So, to kind of keep me down and keep me still is hard. But trying to listen to my body and looking forward to getting back to work tomorrow. It took 3 days off last week. I never do that. But my meal prep is all ready for the week. Next Sunday I travel. I have a conference I organize. It's a 3-day conference, and I've got almost 400 people there, and I'm the one who organizes it. Good thing is I planned all the menus, so I have my meal prep planned for when I'm there too. So I'll be kind of out of pocket a little bit at the beginning of next week, but I'll bring my gear and my garb and get my workouts in and just try to get well again. So
at your meeting, are you gonna make everyone eat every 2.5 hours?
Well, no, but no, we've got huge breakfast buffets and lunch buffets, and I've got several dinners out with clients and fellow customers and stuff. But I know where I'm going, and I've already perused the menu, so I've got it all.
Awesome.
I've got it all sketched out. Surprise, surprise! It's ready to go, and it'll be busy, but it'll be good. But the one thing this week with not feeling well, I do a pretty good job. Well, if it's not in my plan, if it's not in my containers, I'm pretty good at sticking to that. But sometimes it's hard for me, and this last week particularly, I'm not eating all my food. I just don't want to, and I wasn't eating out of the containers or off the containers. I just wasn't necessarily eating everything that I had planned, and I just didn't care. It was okay. So.
Yeah, when you feel like crap, you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
Totally. I know.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am. Looking forward to AAA tomorrow.
All right. Listen to your body, though.
I will. I'll take it easy.
Okay.
Thanks, Mom. I texted my girls today, and my mom was a wonderful lady. She passed away a long time ago, and I texted my girls. I'm like, I want my mommy. I want my mommy.
No.
So thanks, Mom. I appreciate that, Carla.
You got it.
I'm glad you feel better, Kathleen.
And Charlani, thanks so much for wiggling your toes in the sand. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
No idea. That was so awesome. I grew up on the Jersey Shore. I grew up on the beach. If it wasn't raining, that's where I was. And I'm in the middle of Kansas now, and it took me a long time to get used to being in the middle. And when I see somebody going to the ocean, I'm like, just sit there and breathe for me, please. And I loved it. Thank you for that photo. That touched my heart more than I can tell you.
You are so very welcome. Whenever we're by the ocean, I always, Rob calls it shark bait, because I will tread water in the middle of the ocean for no less than an hour. And I'm out there and I'm like, don't come talk to me. Don't say anything. Just let me be. And that's one of the first things I do when we get to the beach every time.
Yep. And I don't care how cold that water is.
Yep.
I'm in. Yeah. So gotcha. Simpatico, baby.
Yep. That's right. Something about the ocean.
Yeah, it's in my blood. Thanks, Charlani. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. That was my pleasure.
Yeah.
In fact, I should probably go back really, really soon. Do it again. All right, Jennifer, you're up. Miss Congratulations, 80-Day Obsession graduates.
Yay, I made it.
Awesome.
My week, I'd say 4.5 overall. Did all my workouts. Had some unplanned beverages. My stepdad invited us over for dinner. I had a glass of wine with dinner one night, and we took him to dinner last night for his birthday, and I had a margarita. So, I don't feel bad about it. So rest of the week, though, nutrition was good. Being planned, I had all my food prepped, and I still have a little bit left to start my week. So I won't prep anything else till probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And then just plan on, I think I'm going to do 21 Fix Extreme for a couple weeks. Or I don't know, whatever. I mean, I've done that one a couple of times or gone through it once. But just to keep going, that structure part, making sure that I have a plan, and I know I'm going to be working out, and I know I'm going to stick to my meals that I've been doing and things like that. So, and biggest win, finishing. That was a good.
Yes.
And I was sore as, you know what, all week. I don't know what it was going back to the work. Heavier almost every day. So I have been perpetually sore. So finishing and lifting like heavy even today, I was like, I am not going to baby this. I'm going to push hard all the way to the end. So that was my biggest win. Goal for next week, just staying on track with the nutrition. If I fall off the wagon, it's like a meal, and then I'm like, okay, next meal, I have to, dial it back in. I don't let myself get totally out of control with what I eat. And I never really have. So that's, when I'd rather have a salad as a kid than anything else, not really the problem. My problem is not eating enough. That's always where I fall into my food issues, is being busy at work, not having enough time to go to the bathroom, let alone, eat an appropriate snack or my meal or whatever. So trying not to go back to the not eating that I was doing for a long time. So.
Well, good job. Congratulations. That is awesome. I'll be back here in 2 weeks saying the same thing.
Yes, you need to finish it. You have to finish it. You can't say I made it through, 7/8 of the program. You gotta finish it.
Gotta finish it. Gotta finish it.
I am.
And it feels good to say you finished it then. So
I know.
And I'm getting that t-shirt.
Right?
Because you can't get the t-shirt because it says I finished it or something. You can't do it if you said you finished 7/8 of it.
Okay. I know.
That reminds me, have you guys submitted your before and afters for your t-shirts?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, you will though.
Yes. I will. In 2 weeks. Oh, the pressure. All right, Steph, you're up.
Well, hey there. Sorry I was late. I had a meeting at work. And then I walked in. My husband just went to get us dinner. I literally walked into a shit show when I got home. Like, dishes everywhere. Like, the kids are outside still. What is going on? So I, went into, crazy hot mess, angry mom trying to get everything situated. But anyway, I'm all caught up now, and now I'm good. So first of all, Kathleen, when you said you were sick, I got really sick. Actually, Charlene, you did too at one point, but got really sick at the end of phase 1. And I was out seriously for a week with a fever. And I will tell you, if you I didn't let my body rest because I was teaching a lot. It made it so much worse and dragged it along a lot, and it made it so much worse. But yeah. And Carla, when you were talking about your meal plan, yeah, I was a lost puppy all week. Honestly, I need structure. I need someone to tell me that I need to eat a purple, green, and a blue now. I can't do it. I was I was trying to eat avocado toast, and I'm like, this feels weird. I don't know. I need structure because I feel like now I'm not getting my containers in. I'm just throwing things. I'm a mess with my meal plan. I didn't eat really, really bad. I just didn't follow the plan, and now I like it. I need the structure in my life now. So now I need it back. I was supposed to work out today and do Sean Week, but I did not because I taught, and then I had to take another class tonight with this training. So I did day 7. And, so my week was good other than that nutrition situation. And my biggest win, yep, Daddy's home. My biggest win for the week, oh my gosh, isn't that bad that I can't think of one? Did I do that was good? I know. Okay.
It's when you put up for your husband.
Come on. be the biggest win.
For sure.
So
We heard about you.
Yeah. He literally just got home with sushi. I'm like, and I haven't eaten yet. So I'm like, hangry. Sushi day. So my biggest win would have to be yesterday. So my neighbor brought over, hang on, buddy. My neighbor brought over these really good Carmelita bars. And I ate one. Okay, 2, because they're really small. But I didn't eat any more than that. And I shared with my husband and my son. So that is like huge that I didn't eat the entire plate. Because I'm going to go I'm not saying I'm going to go crazy strict with when I start 80-day obsession again, but I am. I'm going to follow, and I don't want to have lots of cheats. So for me to be able to just eat those 2 little bars and not eat the entire plate is like a big thing, because I eat one thing and it's like it unleashes the fury for me with food and sweets. So that was good for me. I was able to stop myself. So yeah, that's my biggest win. And my plan for next week is to get my nutrition together for next week. So
it's not my fault.
All right, let's take a picture. Yeah? Okay, that was just a test. I needed to make sure that it was number 3.
I was not ready for that at all.
I know. I hit the button, I all of a sudden see, like, whoa.
It's going to be like one of those Frozen pictures.
Yeah. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. I think we're good. All right, does anybody have anything else? Just words of wisdom or anything?
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So my family and we are going to try and switch over to like a vegetarian food lifestyle. We're going to try, with the exception of like the eggs from the chickens that we're getting. So I know that the plans are like vegan, but is it okay to like add the eggs as a protein still? Like that's not going to screw with having the like the chickpeas as a protein instead of, no, that's fine to have eggs?
Okay, so I'm going to jump in here super quickly. So as far as the vegan plan goes, even Autumn said if you want to incorporate random animal proteins, you can. So if you want to incorporate eggs or you want to incorporate fish, you can do that. So for me, I followed the vegan plan month 2 and month 3, and I ate eggs. And
Okay.
I fucking roll.
Perfect, thank you. That was all.
If you have any questions about vegan stuff, just let me know. And there's actually a few good groups on Facebook that I can add you to that has some really good plant-based recipes and stuff.
Okay.
That might help too, as far as the meal plans.
Okay, that would be awesome. Thank you.
And her Fixate cookbook has a bunch of vegan recipes in there too, I think.
Yeah, I saw that, and I looked on Pinterest, but it's like so overwhelming, and there isn't a whole lot. Like there's links and stuff, but then they don't have the container stuff so I don't know. It just is a lot of work looking on Pinterest trying to find ideas.
Well, there is a, Jen, because I know you're following the vegan plan too. And are you a part of the group that Danielle is here?
Yeah, the 80-day vegan group. I think that Steph added me to. That's the only one that I'm in.
There's a new one, and I'll add you to it.
Okay.
Someone that we know is very super strict plant-based, and her meals that she makes are insane, and her pictures are insane, and her creativity is insane. So no, she can't eat that. It has soy paper. Yeah, I'll add you to that. It's
okay.
Yeah,
if you could add me to Steph, that would be awesome. Okay, thank you.
All right, anyone else? Anything? No? All right, well, happy Sunday, guys. This is a fun call. I'll let y'all go back to your adult coloring. Have a great night. All right, ladies. We'll see you later. Bye.